Hello guys, welcome back to 1878 Blues. Everton nil, Newcastle United nil. Everton take a point from this fixture. After the first half, didn't actually think that was going to be possible, but here we are. Before this reaction, like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to hit 900 subs. It will be great to hit that target as soon as possible, and also just to shout out everyone who's donated for the event I'm going to be taking part in, the Sleep Out Goodison event for homeless people across the UK. It's this Friday, the 11th of October. And yeah, just shout out to everyone donating, and also a big shout out to Dave, one of the YouTube someone on YouTube who's been watching my videos has commented in and offered the sleeping bag, so I much appreciate that as well. But yeah, into the game. First half for Newcastle, aside from there was a moment where Dominic Calvert-Lewin was in, kind of scruffed it across goal, a scruffy shot across goal, and it was pulled back because of a high boot where Trippier's put his head down. It's such a hard decision for me to get a grip, to get a grip with and side with, because it is a 50-50 at the end of the day. He has every right, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, to go with his foot for that, because it's unorthodox and makes no sense if he went for his head in the position he was. So yeah, don't understand it, but yeah, Newcastle dominated in midfield throughout the first half. Gordon was getting picked out all the time. Harvey Barnes was having joy on the left as well, and we just couldn't get a hold of them. Constant amount of fouls. They've had about 6 or 7 corners in the first half. It was all pretty much Newcastle, and then all of a sudden we get a goal out of nowhere. I think Ndiaye on the right, holding up the ball. I thought he was phenomenal tonight again. When he gets a chance, or when he gets on the ball, you're going to expect a player like him who's going to lose the ball a few times, but what he gives to you and what he does to help the team, it's worth the risk. It's just such a natural footballer. Someone, there's not many footballers like that out these days who would happily take someone on. Everyone seems to be these days looking to just pass the ball or get in behind. It's nice to see someone taking players on, and just the silkiness he plays is great. But he passes it to James Garner. It's a fantastic cross, and Decore heads it in. Great header, 1-0, unbelievable. The time when I stood up, I was like, it just seemed like he was far ahead from everyone else, and I was thinking he's probably going to be offside here, but I'm just hoping for some wing back, a left back or right back for Newcastle to keep him on. And that wasn't the case. It was offsides. And then Tarkowski had a moment of absolute madness, and you know what? To be honest, from looking at the scoreline, obviously, and jumping ahead, we've kept a clean sheet with Michael Keane at the back and James Garner at right back, which James Garner never does a real bad job at right back. It's just not preferred. And Mikalenko being out of the game as well. Branthwaite obviously not making it for the game. A few rumours in the past 48 hours. And I thought we did really, really well to minimise Newcastle to very little, but obviously throughout the game, too many times they was getting too close to our goal for my liking. But anyway, Tarkowski had a moment of madness, and I thought Keane in the first half had a better game than Tarkowski. I thought Tarkowski looked like Michael Keane. I don't know if they had a Freaky Friday moments. That's what it felt like to me. But yeah, brought Tonali down. Ridiculous. Makes absolutely no sense to me. Also, I've just nearly missed out that moment as well. I'll bring that up in a second. Yeah, brought Tonali down, just thrown him to the ground like this. It's very, these days, the modern day football, there's cameras everywhere. They're going to get picked up. Even if the ball's not going anywhere near Tonali because of the resulting effort from Murphy from Newcastle, It makes no sense that he's done that, and it makes no sense doing that anyway. I just think you're running the risk. You know, he's a big guy, Tarkowski, gets on the ball, heads the ball away many a times, clears it away for us many a times, and you know, you'd think he would win that battle with Tonali, and it's just a ridiculous moment from him, and steps up Anthony Gordon. Just, you know, I had that feeling that today could be the day he finally gets a goal against Everton. He's played against us 3 or 4 times now, and Jordan Pickford saves it. Apparently it's his second penalty save in 23 penalties faced towards him. So yeah, terrible penalty from Gordon. Fantastic moment. Smirking before, I don't know if he had a joke with someone, I'm not too sure, but just that, you know, the camera's on, you're smirking before you're taking a penalty. Just, you could see he would absolutely rub it in us if he scored that, and he didn't get his moment. So phenomenal. But yeah, also he had another chance in a corner for this season, and this game he struggled with the set pieces again. To clear it away first, basically. I feel like a lot of Newcastle players got their head onto the ball first, or had some sort of impact in the set pieces, and yeah, comes out to Bruno Guimaraes, I can't even say his name, Guimaraes, there we go, and a fantastic clearance from Ndiaye. Now, I'm not too sure if he knows much about it, but he got his leg in the way, hit the inside of his leg, and somehow missed our goal and went past the post. So yeah, the other fair chances, Gordon on the back post as well, headed across, should have probably headed it towards goal. You know, Carragher saying he was ahead of the ball. I don't think he was. I think he still could have directed it. But yeah, 0-0 at the break. And then, yeah, just the game is a similar pattern in the second half. Starts the second half, Newcastle again gaining a lot of the ball. Throughout the second half and the first half, we had a few little breaks away especially in Dyer, for Harrison had a bad game. Just had no influence at all. Didn't have any confidence, I think, getting past anyone. Thought Lewis Hall marked him out the game, really, and dealt with them well. But yeah, at half time I was hoping for the Decore to come off, to be honest, because I thought aside from that goal, Decore was poor. I don't think he had any influence in the game. I think he was losing a lot of possession, wasn't helping in terms of the battle of midfield. And I put Tim Ibrahimovic, I don't know what it is with our players this season. I can't seem to say the names, but yeah, I thought he struggled massively, but I understood why he kept him on, for that threat, if we had any, or that one moment where he could link up with DCL. Kept him on anyway. Eventually took Mangala off, who I thought started to struggle more and more into the game, especially a moment where Joe Linton went past him like he wasn't there. Yeah, and Newcastle had their huffs and puffs of chances. A big one for Anthony Gordon, through and goal, smashed it over the bar. Not too many more of note, to be honest, from Newcastle. Just a few shots outside the box. Nothing I can record, to be honest, unless I've just completely ignored them. Chances. But Everton had a bit more grip of the hold of the game. Like I said, Tim and Bruin come on, and Jessica Gay come on. And right away, especially when Garner Gay, you know, we had a bit more hold in the midfield, even though we were still getting out battled and outworked. We still had better moments. It was a lot more competitive, let's say that. And McNeil got into the game a bit more, a few more touches, a few strikes outside the box. Never troubling the keeper. I just think he wanted to get something from the game. And Dyer again, skipping past 2-3 players, getting us the free kicks, just opening the space up for other players. I thought DCL played really well today, to be honest, I can't lie. Hold up play, coming in, winning the ball, heading the ball on, like I said, winning free kicks as well. And you know, there was chances there for us. There was a big penalty shout, which I'm not gonna lie, to me, not just saying it I'm saying it as a football fan, neutral, and trying to image myself as being that striker and the situation itself. To me, that's a Stonewall pen. Carragher was saying in commentary that DCL hit the back of his leg. That's fair enough, but it's impossible for DCL to see in that split second. You know, there's not much time to think at all. He's had a strike, should have done better with it. Pope saved it, comes back to DCL, and he's trying to get the foot and just trying to get anything towards goal. It's a little bit behind him, but I think he was still going to get the shot off, and Dan Burns just comes behind him, knocks into him, nowhere near the ball, and because DCL hits the back of his leg, it's not a pen. I think Dan Burns is so lucky. I think he's so lucky. I think he's completely messed up. As you know, he was what was the word? I can't think of the word, but it was a pen for me all day. I'm still in shock that's not a pen, but that could have been a big moment for us. I think it was a 1-0 type of Everton game, if you've ever seen one before. And like I said, we had a fair few chances, a few crosses in the box, yada yada yada. It was just back and forth, turned into like a basketball game. You know, the game opened up and Newcastle had the fair chances. Joe Linton had a shot. They actually didn't have a shot on target in the second half, Newcastle. But I thought defensively we did well. I felt midfield, like I said, we struggled, but I think Dyche put the right substitutions on, which I haven't said very often. But yeah, we come out of it with a point. You got to take a positive that we've got a clean sheet for the first time this season, and we move on. You know, it's not the worst point. It's not a loss, but you know, on another day it could have been better. And like I said, I still think that's a penalty all day for us. So I'm not going to go on about it too much. I'm just going to take it with a pinch of salt and move on, like many of us Evertonians are going to be. And you know, I think the international break is not is up and coming, so we've got 2 weeks off before Ipswich away, I think. So yeah, we take it on the chin, and we move on from here. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next video. Up the toffees.